The most prestigious and the highest position contested in the upcoming elections is that of a senator. 88 official senatorial candidates will battle over 12 senatorial seats. In today's Inform in 100 report, Camille Elemia tells us what it takes to become a senator and why so many people want to become one.
In May, Filipinos will decide which 12 candidates makes it to the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines. The first Senate was created after the Jones Law or the Philippine Autonomy Act of 1916 was enacted. Under the law, the Philippine legislature was made up of the House of Representatives and an upper chamber with 24 sitting senators. These 24 senators were elected in 11 national districts. The 1987 Constitution mandated that the Senate should be kept as a parliamentary body where there will always be senior members to guide the new senators. So in May, 12 senators will be elected, while the 12 who won in 2010 will stay on until 2016. The Constitution is clear. A candidate should be a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, at least 35 years old on the day of the election, able to read and write, a registered voter, and a resident of the Philippines for not less than 2 years immediately preceding the day of the election. This means millions of us are qualified to be senators, and hundreds believe so. Our history is replete with senators who stepped up to the plate, no matter how unpopular their cause. In 1991, in an emotionally charged upper chamber, 12 senators voted to close down the American bases in Clark and Subic. The 12 senators who were then called the Dirty Dozen are now referred to as the Magnificent 12. Agapito Aquino, Sotero Laurel II, Ernesto Maceda Jr., Orlando Mercado, Aquilino Pimentel Jr., Rene Sagisag, Jovito Salonga, Wigberto Tañada, Victor Ziga, Juan Ponce Enrile, Joseph Estrada, and Teofisto Gingona Jr. On January 16, 2001, the prosecution at the impeachment trial of former President Joseph Estrada presented 2 envelopes which allegedly contained damning evidence against Estrada. Then Supreme Court Chief Justice Hilario Davida ruled in favor of the prosecution, but 11 senators voted otherwise. Immediately after the vote, Senator Aquilino Pimentel Jr. resigned as Senate President, and the prosecution walked out of the impeachment court, while Senator Tessie Aquino Oreta danced. That led to the second EDSA revolt, which ended Estrada's presidency. On January 16, 2012, the Senate constituted itself into an impeachment court and started the impeachment trial of then Chief Justice Renato Corona. The trial lasted 43 days, and in the end, in a historic vote of 23, senator judges removed Corona from office.
The Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, having tried Renato C. Corona, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, upon 3 articles of impeachment charged against him by the House of Representatives, by a guilty vote of 20 senators, representing at least 2/3 of all the members of the Senate, has found him guilty of the charge under Article Roman number 2.
Senators Edgardo Angara, Alan Peter Cayetano, Pia Cayetano, Franklin Drilon, Jinggoy Estrada, Teofisto Gingona III, Gringo Honasan, Panfilo Lacson, Lito Lapid, Loren Legarda, Sergio Osmeña III, Francis Pangilinan, Coco Pimentel, Ralph Recto, Bong Revilla, Tito Soto, Antonio Trillanes IV, Manny Villar, and Senate President Presiding Officer Juan Ponce Enrile voted for conviction, citing non-disclosure of property as their reason for conviction. 3 senators, Senators Joker Arroyo, Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Ferdinand Marcos Jr., voted for Corona's acquittal. The present Senate will also be remembered for deciding on some of the most controversial issues. After more than decades of being neglected, the sin tax reform and the reproductive health laws finally hurdled Congress. The Senate leadership and proponents of the measure were divided on the issue. In the end, the two controversial bills passed the Senate. Then there are the names which echo throughout the August halls of the Senate: Jovito Salonga, Lorenzo Tañada, Claro M. Recto, Ambrosio Padilla, and Ninoy Aquino.
So what is a Philippine senator? The Constitution states he or she should be a true representative of the people. History shows, though, that is not always the case. But in May 13, 2013, the electorate, we the Filipino people, will decide and ultimately define what a Philippine senator is and who among the candidates rightly deserve to walk the hallowed halls of the upper chamber. Camille Elemia, Solar News.